Have you ever felt like your life is being driven by forces outside your control, like stress, fear, anger, or just sheer overwhelm? Maybe you scroll through social media and think everyone else has it figured out. Or maybe each new day feels like a barrage of demands that leave you feeling restless and powerless. What if I told you that there's a centuries-old approach to life that can help you find calm in chaos, direction in uncertainty, and strength in adversity? That approach is Stoicism, a practical philosophy that helped guide Roman emperors, battle-hardened soldiers, freed slaves turned teachers, and countless others through some of life's toughest storms. Unlike many philosophies, Stoicism isn't about abstract theories, it's about actionable wisdom. It's about training your mind to navigate life's challenges with clarity, virtue, and resilience. In this video, I want to share with you 10 Stoic principles, 10 things you can start doing today that will help you level up in life. By adopting these practices, you'll move closer to becoming the person you want to be: calm, courageous, ethical, and truly free. 1. Embrace the dichotomy of control. The first Stoic principle is almost deceptively simple, yet it's at the heart of their entire philosophy. Know what you can control and what you cannot. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, taught that we often waste our emotional and mental energy on external events, things like other people's opinions, unexpected setbacks, or changes in the economy. These lie outside our sphere of influence. What can we control? Our own decisions, our judgments, our responses to what life throws at us. The next time you feel anxious, maybe you're worried about how your boss will rate your performance, or you're upset that it's raining on your wedding day. Stop and ask, is this something I can control? If the answer's no, practice letting it go. Shift focus to what you can influence: your own mindset, your preparation, your effort. Over time, this practice creates a mental filter that frees you from spinning your wheels over the uncontrollable. By embracing the dichotomy of control, you clear out mental clutter and reclaim valuable energy to invest in what truly matters. You become more rational, more poised, and ironically, more effective in the long run. 2. Practice negative visualization. This might sound counterintuitive at first. Why on earth would anyone intentionally imagine worst-case scenarios? But Stoics like Seneca advised exactly that. They weren't trying to be grim, they were rehearsing their minds for adversity. Picture yourself losing your job, failing an exam, or even facing a personal loss. By confronting these fears in the safety of your imagination, you reduce their terror. You prepare emotionally so that if or when something challenging happens, it won't knock you off balance. Before a big presentation at work, you might envision stumbling over your words or facing a skeptical audience. Then imagine how you'd recover, maybe by acknowledging the slip and continuing with confidence. This way, if it does happen, you're not paralyzed by surprise. Negative visualization transforms dread into readiness. You become less fragile and more adaptable. You're not hoping bad things happen, but you're becoming mentally flexible enough to handle them if they do. 3. Live according to nature. The Stoics often repeated, live in accordance with nature. This doesn't mean just going off-grid or hugging trees, although connecting with the natural world can help. More deeply, it means recognizing that you're a rational being in a rational universe. Your nature is to think, to choose wisely, to care for others, and to strive for virtue. Try spending some time outdoors with no distractions. Watch how animals and plants just are. They don't fight their own nature. Reflect on what it means for you to live in harmony with reason and virtue. Are you chasing superficial goals that contradict your deeper values? Aligning with nature might mean choosing a career that reflects your true talents, or treating people kindly because it resonates with your moral compass. Living according to nature grounds you. Your priorities start to shift from frantic striving to meaningful action. You'll notice petty anxieties fade, replaced by a sense of inner alignment. 4. Align your actions with virtue. For the Stoics, the highest good wasn't wealth power, or pleasure. It was virtue. Virtue for them included wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. Imagine using these 4 guiding lights for every decision. Instead of asking, "What's in it for me?" ask, "Is this right? Is this wise? Is this fair?" When confronted with an ethical dilemma, maybe you can cut corners on a project to get ahead. Pause and run the scenario through your virtue filters. If it violates justice or honesty, even if it brings short-term gain, reject it. Over time, these small, virtuous decisions build a character that's unshakable. By continually aligning your actions with virtue, you build inner integrity. This integrity gives you confidence and peace of mind. Others trust you more, and you trust yourself more. Over time, you forge a life that you can truly respect. 5. Cultivate inner peace through reflection. Marcus Aurelius, one of Rome's greatest emperors, wrote his personal thoughts down in what we now call the Meditations. He did this not to publish a bestseller, but to refine his character. Regular self-examination allows you to identify harmful thought patterns, challenge your assumptions, and sharpen your principles. Set aside 10 minutes in the morning or evening for journaling or silent reflection. Ask, "What did I do well today? Where did I fall short? How can I improve tomorrow?" Over time, you'll notice recurring themes. Maybe you habitually lose patience in traffic or avoid confronting a tough conversation. With awareness, you can address these issues and gradually shape yourself into a better version. Reflection helps you become the craftsman of your own character. Instead of drifting through life reacting to events, you become a deliberate thinker, constantly refining your inner compass. 6. Amor fati, love your fate. The phrase amor fati means love your fate. It's about not just accepting what happens to you, but embracing it, finding meaning and growth even in setbacks. Nietzsche admired this concept, which originally came from the Stoics. Life will present challenges. The Stoic doesn't merely endure them, but learns from them. The next time your plans fall apart, say your big vacation gets canceled. Not just say, "Oh well." Instead, actively look for a silver lining. Perhaps this is a chance to explore your hometown, try a new hobby, or spend time with family. This mindset shift transforms obstacles into stepping stones. By learning to love your fate, you move from victimhood to empowerment. Life stops feeling like it's against you. Instead, every event, good or bad, becomes an opportunity to grow, learn, and discover new strengths within yourself. 7. Memento mori, remember death. Memento mori means remember that you will die. The Stoics reminded themselves daily that life is finite, but rather than making them morbid or anxious, it sharpened their focus on what truly matters. If you realize tomorrow isn't guaranteed, you're more likely to spend today on meaningful pursuits, time with loved ones, work that matters, personal growth, rather than petty arguments or mindless distractions. Place a small object on your desk, a skull figurine, a candle, or a dried leaf, as a subtle reminder. Whenever you see it, pause. Ask, "If this were my last day, would I be proud of what I'm doing right now?" Use this to guide your priorities. By remembering death, you give life greater intensity and meaning. Procrastination falls away, and you become more authentic, more present, and more appreciative of every moment. 8. Develop emotional resilience through detachment. The Stoics didn't advocate suppressing emotions. They understood that humans feel deeply. Their aim was not to be emotionless, but to prevent emotions from controlling us. Emotional resilience is about acknowledging feelings, but in ways that generate a person's creativity and emotional self-management, without letting them dictate your actions. When you feel a surge of anger, say someone cuts you off in traffic, Acknowledge the emotion internally. I'm feeling angry. Then ask, is my anger justified? Is an aggressive response helpful? Usually it's not. Over time, by practicing this pause and assess technique, you learn to choose reasoned responses over knee-jerk reactions. Emotional resilience makes you steady in the face of provocation. You build respect for yourself by not being at the mercy of every emotional wave. Others notice you're calm under pressure and trust you more. 9. Self-discipline as daily training. The Stoics believe that discipline is freedom. At first glance, discipline might seem restrictive, like forcing yourself out of bed early, sticking to a healthy eating plan, or maintaining a study schedule. But think about it. When you're disciplined, you're not at the mercy of your whims and impulses. You're in control of your life. Start with one small habit, perhaps reading 10 pages of a meaningful book each morning before checking your phone. As you stick to it, add another small habit, like a short meditation or a daily walk. This incremental building of discipline strengthens your willpower over time. With self-discipline, you gain mastery over your time and actions. You're less easily swayed by distractions. The result is more meaningful productivity, better focus, and a stronger sense of personal agency. 10. Serve the greater good. For the Stoics, we're not isolated individuals, but parts of a larger community, a cosmic city, as Marcus Aurelius would say. True fulfillment isn't found in selfish pursuits, but in serving others, contributing to society, and showing compassion. Look for ways to help that align with your skills and passions. Mentor a younger colleague, volunteer at a local charity, or simply make a habit of offering genuine compliments and support. The goal is to see others not as competitors, but as fellow travelers through life. By helping others, you enrich your own sense of purpose. You realize you're part of something greater than yourself. The gratitude and connections you build radiate back to you, creating a virtuous cycle of support and fulfillment. These 10 Stoic principles, embracing what you can control, practicing negative visualization, living according to nature, acting virtuously, reflecting daily, loving your fate, remembering death, building emotional resilience, cultivating self-discipline, and serving the greater good aren't just lofty ideas. They're practical tools you can use to navigate everyday life. Don't feel like you have to apply all of them at once. Start small. Maybe just begin by acknowledging what you can and can't control for a week, and see how that shifts your perspective. As you gain comfort, add another practice. Perhaps writing in a journal, or deliberately choosing a virtuous action when a temptation arises. Over time, these principles layer on top of each other, creating a robust mental framework. You'll find yourself calmer under pressure, clearer in decision-making, more ethical in your dealings, and more grateful for your existence. It's a slow transformation, but one that deeply enriches your life. Remember, Stoicism isn't about becoming emotionless or austere. It's about growing into a strong, wise, and compassionate person who can handle life's inevitable ups and downs with grace and dignity. The world needs individuals who can remain steady in turbulent times, who can show kindness when bitterness is easy, and who can lead by example rather than by force. If you found these insights helpful, consider sharing them with someone who might also benefit. Subscribe or follow for more wisdom on cultivating a purposeful, resilient, and meaningful life. And most importantly, keep practicing. The power of Stoicism lies in doing, not just in knowing. Thank you for listening. Stay strong, stay calm, and, as Marcus Aurelius might say, waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one.